Welcome back to Post Opal with Levi, and
Zoe.
today we are looking at a drop cut Welo Opal. So let's get into it. This is after I shaped it on a wheel already. So I'm starting it on the 280 Nova point. What do you think about it so far, Zoe?
I think it looks great.
You like the color?
Yeah,
What about the shape?
I like it. And I can see that it's a black opal.
What's your favorite shape?
I like
Probably the heart cut, huh?
yeah.
Can't blame you. So this one is an interesting one because with Welo you have to really be careful with it and very attentive to any inclusions it has, like dirt, sand, pitting, all of that. And we're all going to learn a lesson with this one because I know I did. Um, I was surprised I got such a big carrot out of it. It's probably like 4 carats, 4.5 carats. And yeah, there were a couple things I did wrong, but we're going to learn from it today. So here I am on the 280, getting all the getting it all uniform and smooth and all that jazz. So what do you think so far, Zoe?
I think it's turning out good, and I
Mhm.
think it will look better throughout the process. And then when the water comes out of it, it's gonna look great.
Yeah, that's important about the water because with Welo, with pretty much it's pretty much 80% of Ethiopian opal. They absorb water like crazy, like a vacuum. And when you're working with that kind of situation with Ethiopian, you really want to get everything done in one session because you don't want to keep you don't want to do it over multiple days where you get it soaked and it's absorbed a bunch of water, it has a lot of water retention, and then you let it dry out and then you fill it full of water again because then that creates fissures and cracks. So
Yeah.
the best thing you can do is get all that dirt and sand out because you don't want it to keep expanding and expanding and expanding. Um, this this Waylo, when I got it done, I was really happy because it's like a unicorn to me. I've never gotten one done. This is the first one, and really proud of myself. I still am. But there is a little surprise at the end if you stick around.
Mm.
So right now, it looks like I'm on the 600 Grit Nova. Um, yeah, so you just want to go from whatever. I started on 280 after coming off of a 600 grit wheel because I still had to do more intense shaping. So typically I'd go from 600 to 600, but in this case I went lower and started at a 280 on the Nova points. Now I'm on the 1200, so getting it finer and finer. And when I'm doing these, I usually use it's called a jeweler's loop. It's like a microscope, and
Yeah.
that's or I use my headlamp with magnifying glasses on it, which I was doing, but two things got away from me in this one, and it was water can play a trick on you visually because if you're not paying close enough attention, that water may fill up a pit and look like it's fully smooth and everything is, full looking. But there was one tiny freaking pit.
Yeah, and the water might covered it, so it looks like it's fine.
It looked like it was fine. But so it got overlooked. And what do we do with mistakes, Zoe?
You learn from them?
Yep. And everybody does what? Everybody makes what?
Mistakes.
And that's okay because we learn from our mistakes.
Yeah.
And you're never going to get anywhere if you take yourself too seriously or quit, give up. We don't do that here at Postal Opal. So now I'm on the 1200. I guess I was on the before this one the 600 actually, so I misspoke. Um, so yeah, after this we'll go to 3000 and then 50,000, and I am doing the cerium oxide polish still. There may be no looking back on the oil based ones for me. Who knows? I might go back to it. You never know. Maybe somebody will tell me in the comments, like, hey, it's not that hard, just do it this way. But I was just working with too many compounds.
Just stick with what you got.
Yeah, stick with what you got. Well, I have both, but I ain't got time for that, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, news in the Postal Opal world. I have registered a temporary website that I'm working on. It's not up yet, but there will be updates in the future. And I'm going to be selling through Squarespace, so I'll keep you guys in the loop on that. A tool that is gonna help me a lot is this website called what's it called? Opalvalue.com, and it's a really nifty website because they take the region your opal's from, so it'll be either Australia or Africa. They are going to have Mexico and the other regions coming out soon, but right now they only have Africa and Australia on it, which is fine with me because I'm only working with Africans. But it takes color and color play, size, and it gives you. And I think there's another thing too, but it takes all those into consideration and gives you an accurate value or jumping off point for the opal. So that's cool. What do you think so far, Zoe? Do you have any words of wisdom or anything?
I think it's looking good. I think at the end, I think the pit's gonna be gone because you just need to get down a little deep in it, and then it'll be okay.
Mm-hmm. Well, and here's the deal: that you have to get all of that done, in the first go around. The problem here is I didn't notice it. So I went through the whole process and finished the gem. And then I looked at it through the magnification lens and then I saw the pit. So what I can't do is I can't go back and fix it. And you'll see why at the end of the video.
Yeah, because it's all polished and smooth, and come on.
And the water, you don't want to put it in water and soak it up more because then you can make a bigger problem out of it.
Yeah. And because the water can get heavy and make it dense or whatever.
It expands it. Yeah. And it can create, imagine like an earthquake, how the ground opens up. It does that inside the opal on a smaller scale.
Yeah.
So here I am using the cerium oxide. It's great. I love it. Saves me a bunch of time. And I'm always trying to, cut down time without sacrificing any quality. So just because I'm cutting things out, it doesn't mean the quality is being sacrificed or anything like that. I do want to give two shout outs though in this video. And the first one is to W.M Opals on YouTube. He's really coming in hot on the scene, and I've been watching his videos. They're pretty good. The second person is Carolyn's Colorful Creations. She's been, consistent. All of her opals are perfect, and just want to keep the group together, and it's a tight knit group. You gotta stick together in this world. All right, here's the result. I have a few things to talk about on this. Cool colors, I love it. But as you can see at the bottom of you see the pit on the face, and then if you look closely at the bottom, there is a diagonal line coming up from the middle of the bottom to the right bottom corner. Yeah, you can see it right there perfectly.
Yeah, it's like a V.
So that's why I couldn't go back and fix it. This one is going to stay in my collection because I would never sell something like this to somebody. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I hope we can all learn from the happy little mistakes. Thanks, guys.
Bye.